What up, y'all? My name is Temp. Welcome to my complete walkthrough of Redmane Castle and Radahn, as well as a little bit of White Mask Bear for the farm. If you enjoy the video or learn anything new, please leave a like and subscribe to join the Room Temp Gaming family. It helps out tremendously and is so much appreciated. Alright guys, so to start off our video today, we are going to be going through Starscourge Radahn and Redmane Castle to get through Caelid a little bit more. However, as I promised, we are going to finish up one other part of White Mask Bear's questline. So we are at the beginning of the game. We already talked to him. We're heading over to Liurnia, where we have been already to Rose Church. And you go over to Rose Church, you talk to him, you exhaust all of his dialogue multiple times, and he will give you a bloody finger. You will then use that bloody finger that he gives you to invade other worlds. You must do that at least 3 times. Whether you win, you lose, you could disconnect if you want, doesn't matter as long as you invade it. You don't have to do anything when you're in there. Just shut your game down if you don't feel like PvPing, doesn't matter. But yeah, click on the item. It's best to do near and far so you get more options of people to invade so it goes quicker. You'll end up being summoned into a world. I got summoned into one here. These guys were hiding up on this ladder, so kind of a tough situation. They were just trying to do a dungeon. I wanted to get this out of the way so I could get this video up tonight, so they got me there. The next one I did, these guys, I don't think we're really prepared for this. They're also fighting an Erdtree avatar, so I kind of got a good one on them. Boom, that was a good shot there though. All you have to do is kill the host though, so in case you were wondering. And the last one, the person went and started the boss fight of the area, so that'll just kick you out anyway. But it worked, so it's fine. So now that we got our 3 invasions done, we're going to talk to White Mask Bear, exhaust all of his dialogue, and we'll be given a piece of cloth that he wants us to soak in Maiden's blood. Kind of weird. And there's a couple options for this one. We can go back to the original starting area of the game, which we have to use our spellbound keys that we get for the portals at the 4 belfries. I think that's what they're called. But that costs a key, so we're not even going to bother with that. We're going to go to the Church of Inhibition, which we have been to before. It is here in Liurnia, right up near the where all of the Flame of Frenzy stuff is. We go up here, we take a left right here, and we get our bloody fucking cloth for some reason. We go back, we talk to him, exhaust all of his dialogue, and he's going to give us an item to teleport to Mohgwyn Palace. Now we aren't going to finish Varre's questline completely yet, because I don't want to get into the palace until we're actually going to fight Mohg, which will be later in the game. You don't really need anything that he gives anyway, not really that big of a deal. We just want to go there primarily for the rune farm. Now, I don't really like rune farming a whole lot, especially in like a new playthrough, unless you're just kind of trying to get through some stuff, or if you're having some trouble, go for it. So the reason I'm doing this right now before Radahn is because Caelid and Radahn is kind of where things get a little bit more tougher, and you kind of see that as you may see, you may have already seen in the last video for Caelid. You'll definitely see for Radahn, a bit of a tough fight, but you do get some help while you're doing it, so no worries. But I'm going to open this up for you guys so that you can have the opportunity to have the best farm in the game. So you can get some rune levels, so things are a little bit more easy for you. So we used the item that he gave us. It teleported us to Mohgwyn Palace. We're going to hit the Site of Grace first and pick up the map fragment so we can just kind of see where we're going. And then we are going to head all the way over to our rune farm. I'll show you real quick the 2 rune farm methods that are here. They're very simple. Anyone can do them. It gets even better with more AoE abilities that you have, like the Radahn Greatswords that we're going to be getting here at the end of this video. if you're a strength build, or whatever other items you might have. So to get over here, we're just going to hug this right wall. We're going to go past this little river of blood going straight. We're not hugging the wall anymore. I'm just going to grab that somber, keep going straight all the way to the cut over here, take a right. You'll see these little Albanaric guys, run past them, run past all these guys. This is the farm right here. This is what everyone goes to farm. We're going to hit the Grace, and this is the Grace you teleport to for your rune farm. Alright, now my suggestion obviously would be put on anything that gives you a huge AoE ability, any Ash of War, anything like that. And when I say huge, I mean as big as you can. The bigger the better. These guys will hit hard if you're the same level as me. I'm not real high right now, but still viable because they drop around 2,000 runes. See, they just fucking one-shot me. About 2,000 runes, depending on if you're using items or not. I'm not right now. So they're just giving me about 2,000 runes per kill. But you can kill them pretty easily. A couple hits you can stance break them. So not terrible. You see every time I kill them I get about 2,000. Of course if you put that gold scarab on that we got in the previous video in Kaled, you'll be getting more. And the gold pickled fucking turtle foot, whatever the goddamn shit they're called. So you can just go through these guys, kill them. You can practice new builds here. This is great for practicing new builds because you're also getting a good rune farm as well. And then once I'm done playing around with these guys, I'll show you the next method, which at this level, not having some real big AoE abilities, is just clear these guys out in 1 or 2 shots, which is huge. There's a better method here, but you're going to need some arrows and a bow that you can use. And basically what we're going to be doing is exploiting this bird down on that other ledge down there. So I'm going to get my bow out, put some arrows in, some cheap arrows that I crafted, and I'm going to try and hit this guy from far away. And he's just, whenever he aggroes you, when you actually hit him, that tree's in the way, of course. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but whenever you hit him, he will run toward you and fall off that ledge and die. And he'll give you like 11,000 runes. So you could just keep doing that at this level, and that's a pretty good farm for right now if you don't want to go kill all these guys and you're not testing to build out or anything. So, but that's that. So now we're going to start with our Redmane Castle and Starscourge Radahn. Alright, so now we are outside of Redmane Castle. This is where we're going to start because there's some stuff we can grab on the way in. This outlook up here, this tower outlook, you can follow my path and jump over onto it from behind and grab a couple smithing stones. I didn't this time. I just forgot that they were up there and didn't pay it any mind, but I'm going to go back off video and get them right where I'm at right now. You can hop over there. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. I just want to get this video out for you guys and fuck those bats. Keep going around the side of the castle. And there will be a beetle here that will give you the Ash of War Flaming Strike. I think it's a pretty decent one. I never really used it. I haven't heard much about it, so I'm not too concerned on it. But we want everything just in case. Take these bats out real quick as well. Alright, now that those guys are cleared out, we are going to head up this ladder. We're going to look for our Armorer's Cookbook. Now, it might be a little hard to follow along with me, and I do apologize. I kind of rushed this video a little bit, so sorry about that in advance. I had to stop at multiple points in this castle to kind of remember where I was going and get my bearings, because it is kind of odd in here. There's a lot of closed doors as we come in, not many enemies. And then once we kill Radahn, there's a bunch of enemies here. So it kind of changed the scenery for me a bit, and I forgot how dramatic it was of a change. So once we get up this ladder, we're going to take a right and go down these little stairs here. Hop down this ladder right here, kill this dog. if I can even hit it. And inside of this doorway, there's going to be a bunch of enemies just chilling around doing not shit. You can feel free to backstab them. I should have been doing that too. Would have been a lot quicker. And through one of these wooden walls is the Armorer's Cookbook we are looking for. There it is. And we can open that shortcut just in case we need it, which I don't think I ever do, but open it up. It goes outside. That's right where we killed those bats at. And now that we got that Armorer's Cookbook, we can go head towards Starscourge Radahn. Now, when we get to the area that he is located right before his fight, we are going to be talking to a few NPCs. Blythe, Jar, Alexander the Jar dude, and the announcer guy that's here. And remember our Site of Grace that we picked up in the last video for convenience. We're going to pick that up or sit at it and rest. And right before we get to Radahn, though, we're going to just take out two of these Guardian line guys real quick so we can not have to deal with them later when there's a bunch of enemies here. So I kind of forget where I was going here, but if we come up on this area where I'm at right now, we can grab this smithing stone, and then we can go not here, but right over down here, right here, and there's these guardians here. So there's two of them. You can just stand up here and shoot them. That's what I'm going to do. Why not? I don't feel like really chancing a death right now. So get these guys down. They're gonna give you a good amount of materials that you're not going to want to pass up on. So, and they're going to be a real nuisance if you fight them when there's a bunch of enemies here after the Radahn fight. Alright, so they're dead. And all these doors are closed right now, so we are going to go back to the Site of Grace. And then head over to kill Radahn with a bunch of our buddies. And that's the waygate that you can come in on from the, what was it called? Fort Gale. Alright, so here's the, I'm gonna see if I can level up a little bit before we go in here and get an advantage. It took me, I think, 3 tries to kill Radahn this time, but I mean, I have had a lot of experience killing him. He's not very, very hard because you get to summon a lot of NPCs to help you, and you can resummon them if they die. So it's kind of easy, but you really got to be on your toes. I think it might be actually easier just to solo him without any of these summons, because he doesn't move around so much. But the summons are fun, and everyone's here to fight him. It's a big festival. It's supposed to be a big fight. It's supposed to be real epic. So I like using the summons for that, and they're fucking summons. So we only need to talk to Blythe, Alexander Jar, and the announcer guy that's currently been talking. Oh, I'm sorry, and this one lady. I don't know who the fuck this is, by the way, where she came from, but she's probably gonna whoop his ass. So we're going to go back here and we're going to talk to the announcer last.
Before we begin, allow me to paint you the full picture. But now, oh, gather to celebrate!
And I am going to skip cutscenes because of time, and you guys obviously should not skip any of the cutscenes. Make sure you watch them. This is a real good cinematic. I'm going to cut through them, and behind this little statue over here, this little monument thing, we can grab, I think it's a smithing stone. Yep, somber smithing stone, even better. Now that we got that, we're going to head up these stairs and continue our way in. There will be an elevator in here, and we're going to stand on that elevator. Just going around in circles at this point, sorry about that. We're going to stand on this elevator when we are ready here and take it down and start our fight. Here we go, right in this little cathedral area. Now they clip out me going down because I didn't record it. But we are now at the bottom. This was after my last death. And this is where you start off when you come down that elevator. Once you take this portal, the start fights, and my recommendation would be once you get in here, mount up and keep sprinting on your mount. Don't stop sprinting. Radahn is in the distance. He's going to be shooting his awesome ass gravity arrows at you. All you got to do is run through all of these summon signs and spam Y or triangle or whatever button you use to interact. Just run over them and spam them and you will summon them. You don't need to wait for them to say that they're being summoned. Just spam your button and you will summon them all. There's quite a few of people here to help you. It's pretty sweet seeing them all here just fighting. And this guy just destroying shit. But run around, get used to where they are, because if you die, you're going to kind of want to figure out a good path that's comfortable for you to take and be able to summon them all easily. And they do get aggro on him, so that's great. So buff up, help him out a little bit. You really don't even need to help them out. In this fight, I don't really even help them out that much. I just kind of let them do their thing. I put a few hits in here and there, but really, you don't need to do a whole lot. These guys, if you just keep summoning these guys when they die, they'll do it for you. And you stay on horseback, you can just not fight the whole time. So good luck with this fight, guys. If you get it done solo, let me know. Comment about it. Let me know what build you used. And even if you didn't, still comment and let me know what you thought of the fight. What was it, the best fight you've been through yet, or you think this is the best fight in the whole game? Period. Now, Radahn will do a ability where he jumps up in the sky and he comes down as a big meteor. The first time he does it, wherever you are facing is where he will come down at. And you can easily just run to the side and he'll just crash into the ground. Other than that, you just want to look around whenever if he does it again and just run away. Alright guys, awesome job. We got him done. Now, if you watch this cinematic here, what the fuck was she doing staying on me? That was weird. If you watch this cinematic, you'll see a really cool event happen in the game. It changes the landscape of the game, so I'd highly recommend it. It tells you a red mark was marked on your map, and you can look at it. It's over here in Limgrave. We are going to be going to that later. Not sure when, but we will be hitting that up. We have to at some point. It opens up a whole new area in this game. It is super awesome, so be ready for that. Super, super cool. So now we talk to Blythe, exhaust all of his dialogue, and then we can talk to Alexander Jar, exhaust all of his dialogue, and then we can head back out to Redmane Castle and finish it up. We only got 3 more items, so it'll be real quick here. And we got a boss fight with 4 more items, so we got a boss fight and 3 items to grab from the castle. A lot of fighting to do, though. Alright, so we're just heading back up here real quick so we can let this dude know what's up. Just make sure you talk to him though. You don't want to skip out on talking to NPCs if they're available, so if you see me talking to one, be sure you do that as well. Alright, back into the Chamber Grace here. And we're going to go ahead and get one of the coolest, I almost said awesomest, one of the awesomest greatswords in the game. I actually used this on my, I think, first or second playthrough of the game, back when it came out. Rune's greatsword is super, super cool. It's basically a Radahn greatsword, but now that we killed a Radahn, you can go get his greatswords and dual wield them with, if you power stance them, you'll dual wield them. They're really cool. They're really good for that farm we just went through too. And the ruins is as well, so pick and choose which one you want to use. But this fight right here is very, very difficult. You have to kill this Misbegotten warrior, and when he's at certain health or a certain amount of time runs out, a Crucible Knight spawns and he comes to help. So it is complete and utter fucking shit. But I believe in you guys. Use that jellyfish summon because he can aggro and tank hits like a boss. However, the Crucible Knight does tear him up quite a bit. So get a good poise break on this guy from the beginning and you can kind of take advantage of his staggering. And then all you gotta do is work on the Crucible Knight. Now, I had some luck on this one. This took me a few tries to get these guys. You just gotta get a pattern down and you gotta get comfortable with their moveset and what you need to do to improve your kill time, right? The more damage you do per second, or what utilities you can bring into the fight to help you, buffing up before you go into the fight so you can get that kill quicker on the Misbegotten warrior, anything like that, everything helps. Or even, you know, using weapons that the enemy is vulnerable to, which I know I don't really plan that far in advance when I play this game. However, sometimes you might need to. It could be that little bit of boost that gets it done for you. I can't tell you how many times I've had fights in this game where it came down to like such a small amount of health and just one attack would have done it, and that could have been done with some preparation. So put the cowl on, turn the Batman, get some prep time, and you guys should be good. Alright, now that that piece of shit's dead, we got the awesome Rune's Greatsword. I hope you guys are trying that out if you're running a strength build. If you're not, this is probably the time to try a strength build if you want to. Or go hit that Rune farm and get enough strength to use it. And the Radahn Greatswords when you turn in that Remembrance at the Round Table Hold. Alright, so we're going to finish up Redmane Castle. Coming out here, this is the Pumpkinhead little mini boss up here. I'm going to kill him real quick. And we're going to grab the Flamberge sword. Decent little sword. Not a big fan, but it looks really awesome. Has some really cool looking movesets. Come on, dude. Die already. Ugh. Alright, in the butt. It's always in the butt. Alright, here on this dead body is the Flamberge. I really like these cross-hilted kind of swords, man. They look real cool. I don't know what exactly those things are called, like the guard on it that you can kind of hold and thrust or whatever, but man, they look super cool. Alright, I'm going to grab this smithing stone. Let's see what's up here. I think there's another smithing stone up here or something. Yeah, another smithing stone. We can head back down, just roll on off. And then over here we can hop down, I believe, to the next level. And you can see all of these enemies are here now. For some reason they felt like, hey, Radahn died, let's go help him now. So they are now here. And if we look below, just for some perspective here, that is the way gate that brought us here from the previous walkthrough, and our Site of Grace is directly to the right of us right now. We're just taking these guys out real quick. You can get backstabs on those guys. When they know you're behind them, they'll step back and then you can hit a backstab on them. So now we're going to go grab our red hot Whetblade, which first we're going to kill this Iron Maiden. These guys suck too. The door right behind me has that Whetblade in it. If you don't want to deal with this guy. And these guys are real annoying, but once you learn these guys' move sets and die to them a few times, it's kind of just gets to be muscle memory, and you just gotta be patient. There it is, red hot Whetblade, and we needed that. I think that lets us apply or make our weapons tuned for fire damage at the blacksmith. So now we're going to go over a series of little bridges and stairs, just taking these guards out as we go. And the last item we have here is the Armorer's Cookbook. And there is a pretty nasty knight over there. It's not too bad, but it's definitely not a lot of room here, and you know he's got that pole arm, so that's already kind of scary, right? Those things send you flying sometimes, man. And that's a really sick shield he has too. I tried backstabbing this guy a few times, and he just turns way too quick. He's too hip to the backstab movement, so I'm glad I didn't choose to bring my daggers in on this one. I would never have had a shot. Oh, there we go. Got one off on him. Right in time. Finish him off. Pop open this chest. Get a smithing stone. I'm going to hop over here. And this is where our Site of Grace is. I'm going to run past the flame cannons, past the way gate. Shit on these dudes. And this is where we exploited those guardian lions from the ledge. And we don't need to go in this door. There's nothing in here. Or am I wrong? No, I'm right. There's nothing in here except for this dog. So this is not where we need to go here. This is where we got the first cookbook. So let's go back here. We're going to go into the... That's not a beetle we care about. It just refills your flasks, but might as well. So this is the door we want to go through for the Armorer's Cookbook, and that'll do it for this walkthrough, guys. I appreciate you guys coming by. Please like and subscribe. It is so much appreciated to push my channel into everyone else's face on YouTube, get the algorithm to like me a little bit more. Please comment if you can as well. Let me know your thoughts, anything I can do better. what build you're using, how the walkthrough is going, where you might be at. How long does it take you to get through this video? Other than that, keep it cool, guys. I'll see you in the next one.